We are back live. The Butzshow is here, live from the Mango All-Stars in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Wow.
Happy to be here with Jeremy Hilliard joining me. Welcome, sir. It's nice to have you with me today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Nice to get a chance to meet you.
You too.
We're all here, of course. We're gathered to celebrate the life of Joe Manganello and how much he meant to the scene, how much he meant to all of us, how much he sort of, the picture I've been getting from everyone is that, as a man on and off stage, he sort of like molds you in his way. He sort of takes an interest in you and, adjusts your gain, not just your mic level.
That's definitely true. He was very much involved, when he was around, and that's very true.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I feel like that's an important thing. People. There's something about the sweet science of sound that and I think if you really if you become a master of it, which I'm still learning because obviously, like my regular sound tech, God bless him, he's in L.A. He's busy right now, but and me and my levels, they suffer when he's not around.
They probably sound pretty good out in L.A. So
yeah, wherever he is, he's killing it. I mean,
well, speaking to that point, Joe was with my previous band Turbine on the road, and it's one thing to, he could obviously dial in Bryac. But he could dial in any room, and that's the test of a true sound person. It's like finding the resonances in any sized venue. So he was great at that.
Yeah, I'm fascinated with all of that. I want to give props to Telefunken. They donated these mics to the. To the cause here to be able to do the mobile Butts cast.
Absolutely. Well, Joe always used Telefunken. Absolutely. Whenever you go to Bryac, I look forward to those mics. And when I saw you were doing interviews about Joe, what sprung to mind, I wasn't sure what I was going to say, but then I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to say because it's been in my head all month.
Right.
Which is that. Well, there's a lot of things, but one thing that has kept coming back to my mind that I haven't expressed yet is I just love to bug Joe before a gig. I knew I was going to be playing in Connecticut. I knew he was doing sound, and just getting in touch with him and being like, Joe, how are we going to record this? What time do I need to get there? I love bugging him because he would be like, Jeremy, you don't ask me that now. Just do this, and I loved it because he was so good and so involved. And anyway, that was I'm going to miss that a lot. I'm going to miss. Being excited to see him and work with him.
Yeah, it's a real thing, and that's why I think everyone needs to show up, and that's why there was just such an instantaneous thing the way it came together. I talked to Croup earlier, and he was like, it was supposed to be in my backyard. You know what I mean? It was just the scope of everyone who wanted to pay their respect was pretty overwhelming, and even in the other thing is if we weren't capped with the amount of people we could have here, there would be a lot more people.
It would be a packed house, and I've joined that line absolutely. I was very honored and blessed to be asked, but I would, if I had found out about it, I would have wanted to be here. So it's an amazing event. It's unique, due to those times that we're living in when this all happened, and also due to the amount of love. And how important Joe was to our community. Yeah,
absolutely. It's something made me think out of something you said is like, everyone, that was what motivated me to be here was that, when a guy like that passes, you start trying to like figure out what, these stories, like what does it mean? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I felt like that was an important thing, an important reason to get down here and try to do this. So, absolutely I'm encouraging you to like, absolutely share anything that you remember.
Well, that's you put it well, and I had the same experience where it really made me. I was deeply affected by the loss of Joe. He was a colleague and a professional that I worked with, and a companion on the road. But he was also somebody that I would call from time to time. He was a friend, what I mean. And we talked, a month into this pandemic thing, and the first song I played tonight, Teleport, in the month of April, I was doing solo streams like a lot of people, but I was going through my whole catalog of songs, which Joe knows pretty well. And I talked to him on the phone. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna do Teleport this month." That was his favorite song, and for whatever reason, I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, I don't know, maybe. And then when I heard he passed, and I was coming here, as soon as they asked me to do this, I said I know what song I'm playing. So
that's wonderful. And you're not the first person I heard that knew exactly what they wanted to play for him. Because I think they made that clear. I think that's really great. Yeah. Not every. I think that is something. We talk about the sound guys, but let's also talk about, love your sound guy, but love the ones that deserve it. Because not all of them are like that, and that's really why everyone's here.
It's true. And Joe was very self-aware. He always introduced himself at Briac as I'm your grumpy sound guy.
Well, it's like part of the code. It's like you have to have that sort of salt in your gene pool if you want to do sound effectively.
He had that, but he had the self-awareness to know that he was where he was supposed to be. And
absolutely.
I loved him anyway. So.
Yeah, and if you get on the right side, it's like always defer to the master at work. If you.
Oh yeah. Oh, at the end of the day, I always deferred to him. If he told me to move my amp, if he told me to play quieter, it was like no matter how hyped up I was like, I know Joe's right.
It's amazing how as musicians you grow into that appreciation of the sound guy. It's like the battles you fight with them between 20 and 30 are amazing, but something happens, you're like, I love you, dude.
Oh, dude, it's so important, and it's important to even tonight. These guys are doing it. I mean, the weirdest thing about being here today is just that it's not Joe telling me to hurry up or turn down or whatever it is. It's that's the weirdest thing about being here, because every time I've played in Connecticut or with these types of these musicians, these people here tonight, Joe's been around, so that's the weirdest thing. But yeah, it's the stream that's going out, or as you were talking about your sound, is so important. I mean, you write a song and play a song, but if it doesn't sound good, if the sound is not, you don't know what it sounds like when you're on stage. So it's an amazing thing too. 50%
about doing a live stream that goes out. It's amazing how the science of someone will listen to it as only as long as it's pleasurable.
That's true. It's very true. It's amazing, what you keep the journey from an idea for playing something, whether it's your own song or you want to play somebody else's song, to the end product when somebody's on their phone. Maybe it's hopefully coming out of a decent speaker or a headphone,
right?
But probably not a lot of the time. It's that journey from there, and the sound person is a huge part of that at some point in that journey.
Yeah, I refer to my sound man, who's usually on the other side of this camera. Shout out to John Lamia, as the wind beneath my wings. It's like it is like that. It's like all of a sudden I remember. It's like when you're dialed in right as a singer, it's just like,
oh yeah,
you feel the glory.
Well, and if you hear a show back afterwards, or a performance back, or if you go out in the audience after a show and people are like, I couldn't really hear this or that, it's devastating, because all the work that's gone into that, every ounce of your being and your whole time of your life has gone into that, and it's ruined because somebody didn't know what they were doing on the other end. So it's this part of your lifeline. It's so
Lammy, I miss you. I want you to come home because my Zoom levels are all chaotic right now.
Please come back to this, man.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We miss you, Mango. We miss what it is I just have such an appreciation for that side of the business. The people, because it makes my head spin. And that's something in the pandemic we've had to sort of deal with, is we're sort of cut off from our techs. In the most part, and so and we just have to engineer ourselves at our house.
Oh my God, I'm the worst.
Yeah, I'm like Zoolander, with that computer.
Oh my God, I was trying to live stream the first couple of weeks of the pandemic. There's a program called OBS. That didn't work. My brain's not wired for that, and eventually we figured out, with our team, who can possibly comprehend any aspect of it to get something together, and but it's.
It's like it's like IBS. It's like the irritable broadcast system. It's like irritable. Oh yeah, thank you.
Killed it, guys.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, listen.
from Schwiz, he just
Nice.
killed it.
I mean, and maybe that's the cue. I'm going to take a minute. Jeremy, it's been great talking to you. I
you so
invite
much.
you to come back on the show anytime.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Likewise.
Absolutely.
And, love you, Joe, and take care.
Yeah, and once again, Jeremy Hilliard with me over here at the Mango All-Stars. I want to once again encourage everyone to go check out the stream. There's still plenty of time left. A lot of acts coming up. You can check it out on Facebook and YouTube, Mango All-Stars. There are links in the description. There's also donation links, Venmo, PayPal. We love Mango. Hey, it's Sean Cronin, everybody. I don't know why he comes on camera and throws a middle finger up. This is like why you have the reputation you have, Cronin. Do you understand?
Why? Because I'm poorly behaved?
Yeah, because he's in the shot. I'm making a wrap up. This is what it is. He's poorly behaved. It's what. No, put the headphones off. We're going on. You're going to spill your beer on the microphone. This is
Fucking A-Red.
Do you remember what he was like? Remember how nice the first segment was, everyone? This is the degeneration of Cronin.
No one remembers that part.
Oh, yeah, they do. They'll see it tomorrow. I'm going to make sure that I do a cross promotion. We're going to look at you in the beginning of the night, and then we're going to look at you at the end of the night. And I'm not even playing Cronin. This is your life right now.
That's really shitty of you.
Well, you're the one who came into the shot and flipped a bird. All right, I'm taking a break. Ladies and gentlemen.
No, wait, we have another guy for you.
No, okay, yeah, well, you're fired.
Yes, sir. Hey, guys, it's been great. It's been a great run that I had, and there goes the mic for me.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, because honestly, I just want you to know that I want you to go check out the stream. All right, bye-bye. All right, sorry, I faked him out. I want you to go check out the Mango All-Stars and donate We Love Mango.